right, well, we are back in the kitchen, and here's the thing, everybody. I have been around my fair share of nutrition experts, and no one has ever suggested that we have milkshakes and cakes to lose weight until now. Please welcome back celebrity fitness trainer and best-selling author Jorge Cruz, my buddy.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Love this guy. Deb, Ken, and LZ, everybody wants to get healthy and fit.
I'm very excited about it.
I know. Listen, I've had the chance.
I brought some milkshakes.
You brought some milkshakes?
And
We're going to be
churro
making
cake.
some mug cakes. I mean, the whole thing is fantastic. We've chatted before. I've even worked out with you before, and you know what you're doing. But I'm not the only one. Some of your other big clients, obviously, you got Steve Harvey, you got Brooke Burke. They love the Cruise Control Diet book. They love everything you're talking about.
Thank you.
Why do you think?
You know, 91% of Americans have belly fat, and it's the #1 cause of heart disease, cancer, type 2 diabetes, all these issues. And as a trainer, I've told people for years, you can't out-train a poor diet. So diet is key, but the thing we're missing is the issue of not just what to eat, but when to eat, and that's what Cruise Control does. It takes advantage of this new concept called intermittent fasting.
Yes.
And we'll break it down, but it's basically not eating for 16 hours, and I'm gonna show you guys how to turn off hunger. So you can do the fast, and it's about using healthy fats.
Right.
And you never feel hungry. And then you eat for 8 hours these delicious foods. We brought some of these.
Yes.
They're high fat as well, but they have carbs and proteins.
So good.
You know, Brooke can have pasta. We can have pizza. We're going to cover it all.
I know, it's amazing. And you're talking to a guy, I do intermittent fasting, and you have helped me work on my hunger during that time. So we will break it down into a burn zone, which is the fast zone, and then the boost zone, which is during our eating window of this. And we'll get more into the specifics in a second about, about what fats to have during the intermittent fasting part. But for the boost zone, what we're making today, a little mug cake.
So imagine turning off your hunger, because a lot of people say, Jorge, when I'm eating for my 8-hour window, what do I eat, right?
Yeah.
So the goal is about 50% healthy fats, 30% protein, and 20% carbs. We want all that. We want balance. So what I have here, this is my churro mug cake. It's delicious.
You guys are going to freak out.
No, you're going to love this. So we have a whole egg.
Okay.
Now we want the yolk. A lot of people are scared of fat.
Sure.
But fat is our friend. It's what turns off hunger, and so you even eat less during your eating window. So since it's our eating window, put the egg in there.
I've said it on the show before, but fat isn't actually what makes you fat. It helps you burn fat as a fuel source. But
100%.
And I'll let you do all the talking
No, you're doing great. And then butter. So we have real butter, guys.
So yeah.
Look at that. And I know a lot of people are like, no, margarine or something fat-free. No, you want real butter. It's healthy for you.
Especially grass-fed butter.
We have almond flour, which is a great carbohydrate. Has protein as well. And it's a great way to go gluten-free as well, because a lot of people have thyroid issues.
There you go.
So we want to avoid that.
Love it.
And this, guys, is delicious. This is a sweetener. It's erythritol. It won't raise blood sugar, so it's super delicious. You can get it anywhere.
Okay, very good.
You can also use stevia. Now, we're going to do some stevia drops. Check this out.
And the reason we're doing both is sometimes stevia, which is an all-natural sweetener, which is the one that I use a lot. I don't mind the little bit of a bitter taste it has. Stevia does. Erythritol and the combination with stevia, still low calorie, but it helps with that little bitterness. Flavor. It's actually it's a flavor more similar to sugar.
Absolutely. Then we got a little baking powder, so put that in there, because we're going to put this in the microwave for just a minute.
Beautiful.
This is cinnamon and nutmeg. Put that in there.
There we
go. And then the very last thing is a little vanilla. You know, and then what we do is we stir it up.
How about this, everybody?
Look how simple this is. Imagine doing this during your eating window, but then a lot of my clients feel hungry before going to bed. So if you eat this, it has all the healthy fat you want, and then what it does is it turns off hunger so you don't overeat when you're fasting at night.
Okay, so explain this to me. So you say, during your fast, we're still allowed to cheat.
Well, okay, so let me tell you.
That's the same thing.
No, it is.
Yeah,
so,
this is what.
Okay, so I'll break that down. I'll take a minute. We'll put this in the microwave.
I'll take care of this.
Through the magic of television, we have it ready. But during your 16-hour window, what we do is we have to avoid carbs and proteins. That's what raises insulin. And if insulin goes up, you break the fast.
Carbs and protein, but everything else you can eat.
Fat, well, that's fat. So, and a lot of people know about keto, and keto can get some dramatic results, but it can be hard on the liver. So this is better than keto, in my opinion. You use the healthy fats. We didn't show this, but in coffees in the morning, I have lattes that I do, or chocolate mousses at night that you could have after this. You could have another dessert.
I could be eating chocolate mousse at night?
You can, but it wouldn't have the balance of the macros. This should turn it off, but as a backup, the book has that. Ways to do treats that are high fat.
So I'm gonna have a little taste here. That's why I put MCT oil in my coffee.
You already have it done.
How long in the microwave?
About a minute, less than
a minute in the microwave. You've got your mug cake. I'm very impressed.
And it's fluffy and it's light, and you can put whipped cream on it, but heavy cream.
Heavy cream. And this milkshake, I don't know what this is, but it's the most delicious thing.
You're going to find out right now. Here we go.
All right, so
load it up. Load it up.
So we have ice, of course. That's just a simple base. We have unsweetened almond milk, right? So we put that in there. And I think all the recipes on the website, of course, so you guys can follow along. Cashew butter, again, healthy fats, guys, healthy fats. I sometimes put a little more.
Okay.
You know, and you could do this during, you know, you do this for as a meal replacement. This is based off of a $1 million recipe. Literally, that's what they call it in Malibu, at a place called Sun Life Organic. You've been there, right?
Yes, I have.
They're all over LA. Again, we've got whey powder here for the protein.
Oh, that's protein.
Chia seeds, which expand in your stomach and help you stay fuller longer, high fiber.
Also, lots of health benefits too for those. Yep.
MCT oil. I'll pause for a minute because you use this. It stands for medium chain triglyceride. It's made with coconut oil, but it is the premium way to turn off all hunger. Literally think of it as the brakes for hunger.
It actually has a negative net caloric intake, so
Yes.
even the calories, because it helps you burn fat as a fuel source.
So actually,
Check it
you
out.
lose weight by eating?
Well, I mean,
oh my God.
We won't say that officially, but what it does is you won't eat. You will turn off hunger.
I'm
And
just
that's
telling
what
my
I
experience.
promote.
Here's what I loved. I loved watching Cameron watch you because it was like you two were singing the same song.
Well, we love
eyes
fasting,
were
right?
like-
I mean, if you Google his abs, you know your abs are famous.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's true. It's true. I mean,
Well, I'm going to put on the microphone. I can't hear you.
what?
I can't hear you.
Oh, look at this. It's so easy, right?
It is.
And
It
then
is
this
so
would
easy.
be a great meal replacement for lunch. And a lot of my clients like Brooke will have this. Now in Malibu, the reason they call this $1 million milkshake is it's just under $20, but it's about $20. Guess how much this costs to make it home though?
How much?
Less than $2, about $1.25. And you can make this and you can store it and have it for dinner as
So
well.
you'll have
Really
this.
great.
You'll have this in the window of your eating time?
During your 8-hour window, but the reason we have all these healthy fats, isn't this delicious?
So good.
It's because it turns off hunger because of the healthy fats.
Wow.
And so again, the whole book is about really understanding that healthy fats are actually our best friends. Now we want to avoid
No, I'm
vegetable
taking it.
oils.
No, I'm taking it.
Vegetable oils are
I think it's
inflammatory,
fun.
but this
That's
is
fun.
anti-inflammatory.
Which
I
is so important.
fully, in my own experience, want you to know that I back up everything you're saying. In my own experience, I've tried it and it worked for me. Hopefully, you guys will check it out too. It's
Yeah.
really good. And these taste
Jorge.
delicious, by the way.
That was great. This is so.
It's good, right? I want more.
A lot of things that
My
are
lunch
good for
today.
you don't always taste like they're not good for you.
Yeah.
And these do. They're
Well,
really
yes.
great.
You know, I think Oprah told me this years ago. She said, keep it simple, but make it delicious.
That's
and it
exactly what
has
she's
to be
done.
good. I'm picky, and a lot of my clients, you know, whether I've worked with Oprah, I've worked with Khloe Kardashian, people like good food. So
Yeah.
you got to enjoy the eating window, but you can also turn off hunger easily, and the book is #1 in nutrition right now across the
Thank
country.
you,
So I'm super
Jorge.
excited.
Well
So cheers, guys. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Good.
Oh, thank you so much.
Treats are
Cheers,
available
guys.
at hallmarkchannel.com. And for more from Jorge, be sure to visit cruisecontrolfasting.com.